Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Ferguson. We're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10, Episode 7, Wicked Designs. The queens had to do to design a look in pairs, one being a good witch, one being a bad witch, and serve them on the runway in front of Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Is the start of Bracket 3, but before we get into Bracket 3, let's finish up Bracket 2. I kind of didn't talk a whole lot about the Bracket 2, like what I'm taking away from it. I think what I'm mostly taking away from Bracket 2 is the drama. Mistress is a great drama starter and a great drama keeper. I honestly want to see her on another TV show like Traitors or Celebrity Big Brother, and she would just gaslight everybody. But I'd love to see that from her, especially because, Mistress deserves to is playing the reality TV game. I think that a lot of people don't realize how good of a villain Mistress can play. And I'm sure that she's lovely in person, but I think that everybody gets so mad at these Big Brother contestants for playing the game and rallying up troops and saying, well, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and it's usually racially motivated. Just gonna be completely honest, usually the reason that they get mad at the person is because they're trying to rally up troops, but only the whites. Talking about you, Kyle Carpenter, from Big Brother 24. Taylor beat your ass, and she won. So ha. I don't watch Big Brother, but I do follow Taylor. Just because of how iconic she is, she needs to be a guest judge on Drag Race, just so that way we can appreciate her more. Or if they do like a secret celebrity Drag Race again, she needs to be a contestant on it. I'd love to see her get made over by Olivia Lux. Taylor Lux, oh my god, that'd be terrific. Either her, like Michaela Couture, or even Anya Nerve, because it would be fabulous. Anyway, where was I? Right. Lydia's now a bad girl. She's now a bad girl. She's with Mistress. She has drunk the Kool-Aid and has turned into... She has bitten the apple from Oz the Great and Powerful and has become Evanora, the Wicked Witch of the West. She was a good girl and now she's bad. And that's iconic for her, actually. Marceline. Hey. I can hear her underneath my bed. And she woke me up at 6 a.m. doing that, and I can't stand it. I need her to stop. I got a comment asking how my cats know their names. It's because Seashell's 15. She's old enough to have recognized her name. And Marceline, I just say it the most often because she does bad stuff the most. I call her Marmar when I'm happy about it, but happy with her when she wants to cuddle and all that. But it is fitting that she has heterochromia because both of her eyes, one of her eyes is the peaceful, beautiful side of her, and the other one is the death of the universe. So it makes sense that she has heterochromia. Anyway, let's talk about Miss Bracket 3. Oh, by the way, Nicola's mother, Tina Burner, is Tina Burner. And Carrie, I think, was robbed of a win last week, but at the same time, I really don't think that she did as well as she needed to in these challenges. Come here. Marmar, you need to clean yourself more. Okay, yeah, go lay down. Thank you. Kind of nasty. Okay. Let's move on to Bracket 3. Did not take a picture of the entrance looks. You can chain me to a wall and sacrifice me to any Norse god that you'd like to, because I didn't take a picture of them, but did take a picture of the runways. So we will definitely talk about the runways. Up first, Denali. Her entrance look is a replica of her original entrance look. Just as bodysuit, more sexy. She still has ice skates on because she knows she's not going to have to lip sync. What do I feel about Denali? I like Denali. I always have. Though I think that she became the Twink of the Year on her original season. The type that I think was started by, honestly, Aquaria, where teen kids and like adults will yell at anybody because Denali's not in the top this week. Oh, woe is them. And they're always screaming out robbed. They did it with Marsha, and they did it with, like, I don't know, Dawn. And they did it with Lydia and Jules on season 17. And it's like, yeah, good for them, but also, like, they're also part of the Georges crowd where they love Georges, anything Georges does. And that's fine. It's just, like, I like Denali because Denali's cool. I like her aesthetic. I like her as a person. That being said, there is a part of me that's like, well, what are we about to get into with Denali? Are we gonna get this, like, are we gonna get her like she was on season 13? Because we've seen the evolution from the season 13 queens, where Olivia became just confrontational and all of that and wasn't a nice girl anymore, and Tina kind of became more relaxed and a lot more fashionable. But Denali kind of has no place to go from where she was unless they throw in a makeover challenge, which I know they're not going to do. Because why would they? So Denali, I'm excited to see. This is a cream. Next up is Alyssa Hunter. I'm gonna say, I know I talked a lot of shit about Alyssa Hunter. About to talk a little bit more. I don't have a problem with Alyssa as a person, as a drag queen. I'm happy that she is cast. But trade of the season, she was on season 14. I think that she's a pretty attractive guy. But at the same time, Alyssa is not necessarily somebody who I think was a contender for her original crown. And also, she's holding on to the trade thing a little bit too much. The look tonight is fine. She has the hunter on the back. But I think that her original entrance look was better, and it came across more with her original, like, intentions to hunt the competition, better than this look. It was like the web thing on the bottom of the thing this time around, and I just don't think that that necessarily was what she was going for. I think if it was full spider webs and she became like a Black Widow spider, hunting her prey, I think that it might have been a bit better. And we'll get into Alyssa Hunter a little bit more, but I just don't know. This is a crunch. I'm tired of her talking about how she's the trade of the season. We get it. Okay, you're hot. It's no tea. Up next, let's talk Acid Betty. She looks great. I think that doing something like this is smart. She had on, like, the pink, like, axolotl spikes. With I forget what she was wearing, like, down here, because really the focus is up here. Acid on her original season, I liked her. I think that there are some moments that she probably looks back on and goes, ugh. Like the Trixie Mattel thing, or the Chi Chi DeVane, her being upset with Chi Chi, especially now since Chi Chi's not with us. I can see her being kind. And the stories that I've heard after Drag Race of her helping Ginger Minj out and all of that really set up this thing of, like, Acid Betty, even though she was a bit mean, is actually really nice in person. And it's setting up this storyline really nicely. This is going to be a cream. Next up, who was next? Let's talk Diabetes. Diabetes' look here is punk, and I like it, though. I think that this is All-Stars. Let's elevate your looks a little bit more. She looked good. On her original season, I could not stand her. I could not stand the three of them, Georges, Jasmine, and Dia, in the same room. because it was always Georges and Jasmine in the bottom, and Daya was right there, but Georges and Jasmine in the bottom, and then neither one of them would go home, and then Daya and Jasmine constantly fighting each other, and then Jasmine staying as long as she possibly could, while Georges was RuPaul's favorite, but then Daya was like, well, I have a lot to prove. Season 14 was a hot mess, and I hated it. It was so stressful to get through. And at the end, it didn't even, like, for me at least, reach a satisfying conclusion because Lady Camden should have won. I understand why Willow Pill won now, and I'm very happy that Willow Pill won because Willow Pill is an icon, and Lady Camden is an icon in her own right. But, girl. Okay, Daya was, I think, top 3 of the season, honestly. I think that she should have been. I think that if Bosco had been eliminated, and it was top 4, she would have been 3rd, 4th with Angeria. She's an icon. I love her. This look is fine, though. It's going to be a crunch, but she's a cream. Next up, Cynthia Lee Fontaine. This look is good. It's a House of Cards look. It is like a, House of Cards, beautiful, thing. It looks fine. However, let's talk about Cynthia. I love Cynthia. She is Miss Cuckoo Geniality. I love her. However, her runways don't always hit the best, and when they do, they do. Like, her Princess runway, fine. But I can't get over the Season 8 Roller Girl runway. Because you just can't get over that. It's the shorts and the shirt and the cowboy hat. I want her to make a reference to it. I need her to make a reference to it. But I doubt that she will. This is a cream, though. Let's talk about Ginger Minj. So I'm about to do mental gymnastics to try to get you to understand why Ginger Minj is going to win this entire season. Because I love Ginger Minj. She is top 4 favorite drag queens of all time. Bianca Del Rio, Jinx Monsoon, Sasha Colby, and then Ginger Minj. And top 5 is Mercedes Iman Diamond. I'm sorry, Mercedes Iman Diamond is beautiful. I loved her, and I wish that they had shown her more. And then following that is Anya Nerve. I have taste, and then of course Susie Toot, but Susie Toot's kind of like on another level there. Ginger Minj is an icon. She's done this for dog's years, and I love that about her. I think that she was not originally supposed to be on this season, but now that she is, let's just celebrate her. Let's celebrate her successes, because she's an icon. I've seen a lot of people online already being upset that Ginger Minj is here. And y'all can shut up. Like, I've sat through y'all's twink induced comas in bracket 2. I've sat through the bracket 1's really good, actually, of it all. You know, I've supported the people that everybody has been supporting. Y'all can support the queens that I like. Let's Ginger Minj, support Ginger Minj. She deserves it. She did great. She's doing great. I think All Stars 2, she was never gonna win. Season 7 had the caveat that Adore lost Season 6, so Ginger could not win Season 7. Violet had to, because Pearl definitely wasn't going to. And then All Stars 6, though I do think, though I thought that she was going to win All Stars 6, in retrospect, it should have been Raja O'Hara, just to show the power of All Stars and bringing queens back, but also Kylie deserved it as well. They wanted to switch up the runway, the Hall of Fame more by adding a trans queen. Kylie was a great choice for that, as well as she deserved it after the final lip sync. But the top 3 of that season, really, any of them could have deserved it. Eureka didn't deserve it. Sorry, she just didn't. I didn't live for Eureka at all that season. And I used to. That's the sad thing. On season 10, I was Team Eureka. But I think because Ginger was there and that Kylie and Raja had done so well and had been so charming, I was not Team Eureka. Also, she eliminated Trinity K. Bonet, who I was Team Trinity K. Bonet. She deserved it. Trinity K. Bonet deserved to be in the top 4. Just saying. Alright, anyway, you guys, let's talk about the challenge. So they all are. Oh, Ginger's look is a cream. It's fine. It's just a red like dress. It's fine. They all enter the workroom and they were assigned to do best frenemies. And honestly, I think the relationships worked out really well. Acid and Ginger already knew each other and were kind of friendly with each other. Acid and Cynthia already knew each other and were friendly with each other. I think that Daya could have chosen Denali, but that would have left Ginger with Acid, and they were already good friends. So I think Ginger and Daya working together helped, as well as Acid and Denali working together also helped them out. As for Cynthia and Alyssa, I mean, I guess that works. They're both from Puerto Rico. They're both, from the island, and they kind of have similar-ish aesthetics, but it could work. And they have to create a story. And Ginger Minch says something that I think should have happened. That Ginger should have played the villain and Daya should have been the good guy. And Acid should have been the good guy, and Denali should have been the villain. And I don't think Cynthia has a bad bone in her body that she hasn't had surgery on. That was a joke. She's had a lot of surgery done, and I'm so happy that she's well now. But, she's had all of her bad bones removed. There is no, she is the congeniality to end congeniality. She's just awesome. So, I don't think that she could have played villain very well, so I'm glad that Alyssa did. But I think Ginger could have played a villain really well. She played Michelle Visage really well on in the acting challenge that they did. The Whatever Had Happened to Merle Ginsburg, which I think they need to bring Merle back for some sort of reason. I want her back as a guest judge, as an alternating judge. Bring her back. Unless she's dead. Let's check up on Merle. Where is Miss Merle Ginsburg? But Ginger played Michelle Visage and was kind of the villain to Katya's Merle. And I think that worked out in her favor. Ginger could have played the villain. She's played Cunty. She's played with Emma in the American Horror Story thing. She's played the Southern Belle. But it made sense for her to be the good guy and Daya to be the bad guy, but Daya could have stretched her acting chops a bit more. Acid has also should have also played the good guy. I would have loved to have seen that rather than being the bitch, because she was paired with Denali, who I think does Cunty really well, but I think she was too nice about it. Another thing that pissed me off is that everybody did something that was elemental. I would have loved to have seen a dark and light, or a different concept played up. Alternating colors, black and white, all of that. Instead, we got two things with water and fire, or ice and fire, and one that was water and wind. And I don't necessarily understand the correlation between water and wind. I think it should have been water and land, or wind and earth, sky and ground, something like that. And the sky is kind of scary, but the land is more scary. At least in the sky, you got something happening. But it was water and wind. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, while they're doing all this jazz, Cynthia and Ariana show up, and it's nice to have a little gay geek out every once in a while. I think we had one with Chapel. Who entered for... Was it... I think Ice Spice did for bracket 1. But, that wasn't really a gay freak out for me, at least. But if I had seen Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, if I was in that workroom and they showed up, full-on tears. Wicked did something to me. It came out at the perfect time. I was going through a lot that day even, and I went to go see it the day before it was released in theaters theatrically, I saw it in IMAX, in 3D, all of that, and I cried the entire time. I loved it. And just seeing them be an icon, be icons, and be so ingrained with their fans and in tandem with each other, it was great. And to see them like have fun again just made my day. Um, I love how they ADR'd the For Good in there. I know it was supposed to be Wicked, but then they had to ADR the For Good because this came out after Wicked came out, so they're like, ah, shit. For Good! And it's odd that, we had this whole entire thing, and then Wicked, they decided not to play any Wicked commercials during my thing, because I don't have Paramount Plus without commercials. I have to watch the commercials. Alright, let's get into the runways. And I'm probably going to have to lower the lighting up first. Ginger Minge and Diabetti. So I have to say, they look good. I really wish that they had sort of played in the light and the dark. Maybe, like, Ginger's could have been lighter tan. Just a different sort of color story there. But I loved their wordplay, because this was like the challenge that they had to do on season 9 with the princesses, or the That's My Mama like storytelling on season 8, or the doll challenge on season 16. They had to create a character and a story and do this voiceover on the runway, or the soup can ball shenanigans that happened. Pardon. But we have Ginger. Why is she doing the Drag Hulu Halloween extravaganza sort of thing here? I know she's supposed to be like zapping powers, but these looks are good. I liked the feathers on Diabetti's thing, though I really wish that Dia had made her entire outfit out of these feathers, or added like more of them, because when she started talking about being the wind, she also needed to have like longer hair instead of the Scarlet Witch cowl that she has on. I think that, which is a cool concept, by the way, but she needed to have like some sort of, like, when I think of the wind, I think of Storm from the X-Men, or the Pink Power Ranger from Mystic Force. Mystic Force was cunty because it was the one where everybody was Australian, but everybody where the Pink Ranger controlled the wind, and it was the first ever Power Rangers season that I had ever watched. And she had everybody had these long capes, and she would like twirl around and the cape would spin. Bitch, she was cunty. She had like the Mystic Sprite. It was fabulous. We kind of get that in like the legging here in the thing, and I like Ginger's sort of flowy waterish thing. And it is weird that both of them in the Power Rangers things, both the Blue and Pink Ranger were sisters, because it was the one with the girl Blue Ranger, because usually the Blue Ranger was a boy, but she could turn into the Mystic Mermaid, and it was fabulous. So it is weird that both of them were sisters, and the thing that brings them together is their mom, because Mother Nature is a bitch. I loved this. This was fabulous. This is a cream from both. Okay, I accidentally had to take 2 separate pictures of Cynthia and Alyssa's looks. So this is Cynthia, and this is the water and fire concept. So what they did was they combined it with their heritage, being from the island of Puerto Rico, with Cynthia being Alyssa's aunt type scenario, and I liked the comedy that Cynthia brought into the challenge. I will be completely honest here. She definitely deserved to... She was, like, top 3 for me in terms of storytelling. I liked the way that she was able to tell the story, and she had, the sandal, which it does feel weird with me critiquing them on their heritage and stuff, because it's like, I'm not Puerto Rican, but Cynthia and Alyssa are, and it was great. Alyssa's look. Let's see here. I did not get a full image of this, but she looks great. She looks good. I wish if it was fire, I wish that she had a bit more orange and yellow in there. We're gonna see Acid and Denali kind of slay them in a minute. For me though, these two were the weakest in terms of concept of like execution. What I mean by that is like I liked the story concept of her being the aunt and them being from the island of Puerto Rico, but like the fire and water thing really didn't connect with that. And then they held up a star, and I'm like, I don't understand where this is going. I think that if they had a stronger concept, these two looks would be a cream, but as is, it's going to be a crunch. I do love Cynthia, and I love Alyssa, though. And finally, Denali and Acid Betty. Everybody's saying that these two were robbed, and I have to disagree, because each time I look at them, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-da-ba, I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Sun. It's just the Heat and Snow Miser. And that's what it is. Like, I look at them and immediately I think of, you know, I'm Mr. Green Christmas. Like, I think of, and it's the original version too, not the live action version with Harvey Fierstein and Michael McKean. Though they were the best part of the fucking movie. Y'all didn't even know that there was a live action one of that, did you? A Year Without a Santa Claus. I will say that these looks are creams on their own, but I think that, and honestly, they took a lot from the Miser Brothers story a little bit too. Like, the Snow Miser is clearly the favorite of the two, and in this they said, you know, the ice rink was built on top of this volcano, and that's why the Wicked Witch was the Wicked Witch, was because the ice rink. But then they came together because they can do coffee very well. It's a fun little story. They're both creams, but to be completely honest, I just can't get over the claymation of it all. I can't unsee that each time I see that now. So anyway, I did not watch the judges' critiques because I don't care anymore. I usually start watching them at the beginning of the season just to see how things are going to shake out, and then I'm like, I just don't care because it does not matter to me. For me, the top two storyline-wise were Ginger and Daya, though I could make an excuse for Denali and... Why is there a freaking fruit fly? I got rid of all you guys. Go find your friend, I don't know. Could make an excuse for Denali and Acid being in the top if you really wanted to make that, just because their looks were probably the best. But again, storyline-wise and, like, cohesion-wise, I think that Ginger and Daya did really well. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. I don't know. Alyssa and Cynthia's looks, to me, just weren't the best. And their storyline wasn't the best. I liked the storyline when Cynthia was telling it, but I think I had a little bit of trouble with, like, Alyssa's characterization. They explained that it was like a aunt and, you know, their slutty niece, but this look wasn't slutty. It was fashion forward. I think that if she had done maybe a basic-ish dress with, like, a slit where you could see the prize and packages and, you know, like, been slutty or had big boobs or something like that, it would have made a lot more sense. But as is, that's why I gave them a crunch. So we get to the top two, and it's Daya, Betty, and Ginger Minge, and everybody groaned when that happened because, you know, everybody's like, Ginger's going to win. Leave her be. Let her have her fun. If you are Team Denali, you are Team Denali. If you are Team Acid Betty, you are Team Acid Betty. If you're Team Alyssa Hunter or Cynthia Lee Fontaine, you are Team those things. But don't get mad when Ginger Minge wins, because Ginger Minge is iconic. And also, I mean, it is a Broadway song, and I'm sorry, I could not see anybody else doing a Broadway song in this cast besides Ginger Minj. It's Defying Gravity. Now, look, they said it was Kristen Chenoweth and Indina Menzel, but it was just Indina Menzel. It was just that. This song is an emotional song. It is not a dance song, and I think that is where the majority of people, not me, but the majority of people go, give us Sabrina Carpenter, give us, and again, let people have their fun. Like, I complained all of last season, most of last season, because there were like 2 episodes I didn't do, and they both had, one of them had a good song on it, but the other one was Illusions. That that we needed more older songs. We needed more songs, more variety of songs, and I know full well that this younger audience only likes the people who are fresh and current and new. And to that I say, I was 2 years old when Wicked came out. I've grown up with Wicked. Wicked is part of my life. Yes, they probably could have, sucked a producer off to get the probably unedited Defying Gravity from the new movie that was going to come out. But they didn't. And they could have done the Third Eye reprise role from Third Eye reprise by Amanda. I forget her name. It's a funk mix of Defying Gravity. They could have done any number of songs from Ariana Grande, but they didn't, because they know that gays love Defying Gravity. Most gays, gays with taste, love Defying Gravity, and I loved this. I thought that Ginger really sold it in the lip sync. Diabetes said, "I don't know what to do, but I know how to twirl." And by gum, every single time she just said, "Wee, I'm spinning," and it's like, that's great, that's cute. And meanwhile, Ginger's, it's just, it's real funny that people thought Diabetes won this lip sync. When she will spin, and she does this thing. She goes, "I'm gonna sell this emotion." And it looks like she's about to be doing like a No Doubt, like angsty teenage, like Bella from Twilight, like emotion. It's not like when she did Fallen, it was the same thing. And you gotta understand, emotion is not angst. The emotion in this song is sadness. It's like this, you've been hurt by your best friend. It's this like call to action by the end of it. I really wish that they had kept in the part of the 2 witches going, "I really hope you get in, you don't live to regret it," because that's the core message of the song. What they did was the greatest hits of Indina Menzel. But something has changed within me. Into the sun, you can't find me. To the like, they did all of that. But what they didn't do is really connect the song to the group. Like, if they had Ginger doing Elphaba and Dia doing Glinda, or vice versa, and had them like do all of that, it probably would have read better, because as is, you can't really get like a running start from just the Indina parts of that, unless you're just doing the Indina Menzel version of it, which that exists. She changes a couple lyrics because Kristen Chenoweth's not on there, but in all seriousness, Ginger serves the emotion. She serves the, like, she knows the lyrics, all of that. And of course, you got wee. I'm sorry, I can't not giggle whenever she just starts spinning, because it's just so funny. She did a good job, but it's just hilarious. It's wee. I don't know, man. Like, I'm I'm high on my own love at this point. So Ginger wins, and she gets the second point or the third point. And Daya has 2 points. I can see them probably switching points with the groups next week. And next week seems to be a girl group that is country themed. I hate country music. And also, the fuck you mean Alyssa Hunter is gonna be country? The fuck you mean Cynthia Lee Fontaine is gonna be country? Denali, I think, can handle it because she's Push. She can handle it. But the fuck you mean that you're gonna ask these two Puerto Ricans to be country? I guess Cynthia kind of works out because she is from Texas, but like Alyssa, you sure? And from the looks of it, it's about to be a hot boo boo mess. I can clearly see Ginger in the top. I think that Denali probably has a path there, as does Diabetti. Though Cynthia could somehow, and Acid definitely could. Acid Betty could win something in this bracket and make it to the top three. But she just, they gotta like her. I love her storyline right now, though, of her realizing people actually want to work with her. People actually like her. And I think that if she keeps it up, she's gonna be great. And poor Alyssa Hunter. I think that she is okay, but I just don't see her making it past the merge. I see her staying in Group 3, especially since this challenge she didn't do that well, and next week's a girl group competition challenge, which she has stated in the past that is not her strong suit. So, anyway, who are you guys rooting for? Let me know down in the comments below. What did you guys think of all this? Right now, a lot of stuff is happening in LA. I think that we need a call to action. I hate what's happening in LA right now. And I'm praying for you guys. Alright, what did you guys think? Let me know. Comments below. And next week I will tune back in with you. Alright, bye.